uh, it's basically just we're supposed to interview a manager, find out what their experiences are, and be able to analyze it in a paper format. But I just have a few questions. Hopefully it won't take the full hour. But you want to start off with a little bit of background, maybe education and experience.
Okay, sure. Let's see here. Got my bachelor's in accounting from University of Texas at Arlington, and I've also got my CPA, so I'm certified in the state of Texas.
I want to do
and
that.
have maintained that over the years. That's just a really great thing to have.
Yeah.
And then really hadn't really thought about masters until recently, and so now doing that, obviously.
Yeah. Do you like the EMBA?
Oh yeah, it's a great program. Just all the classmates are really one of the big pluses.
Yeah.
Just getting to have all their experiences and learn from those guys.
And it's a smaller group, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like 24 of us.
Yeah, that makes it nice.
Oh yeah, yes, that's been nice. But so prior to Spirit, I came here in 2006.
Okay.
As the Director of Financial Reporting. Currently, in addition to those roles, I'm the Assistant Corporate Controller, and so that's going well. So basically have all of the SEC external reporting responsibilities within one side of my group, and then the other side is the general ledger function for Wichita, as well as the global corporate consolidations. And so we deal with Spirit Europe, Tulsa, Malaysia, all those guys. Prior to Spirit was at Vaught Aircraft in Dallas, Texas, and basically did the same type of role there. Was also involved in financial reporting, stood up all of their external department after they did public offering of debt. And so that's what brought me here, was the experience with the public side. When they did the IPO, that's when they brought me over. So prior to that, a hodgepodge of things. Worked for Coca-Cola, Burlington Northern Santa Fe, public accounting, was with Arthur Anderson for 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
So all kinds of stuff in my background.
Wow. Well, thank you. So how long have you worked as a manager in a manager's role?
Let's see here. Altogether, probably at least 10 years, maybe 12 years. Once I made senior at Arthur Anderson, basically I performed in a manager capacity ever since then.
Okay. About how many employees report directly to you?
Let's see. Currently, I think that's 12.
Okay. Can you describe, just kind of generally, what your responsibilities are and what activities you have for which you oversee those 12 employees?
Yeah, that's let's see here. So external reporting is the preparation of of our 10Q, 10K, 8Ks with the SEC. So all that external reporting. So that involves the compilation of basically footnote data, financial statement data from the consolidations group, as well as detailed information from each of the sites. So those are all really SOX governed, as far as those are critical financial reporting controls that we have in place and processes, because if anything fails within that process, you have direct impact to the external financial statement. So that's a really key process, being a public company. Then over on the consolidation side, that is basically pulling together all of the trial balances from the external sites, the conversion from foreign currencies, so all the translation activities, the stock compensation calculations, earnings per share calculations are also done there. as well as our Onyx reporting. So we're now, we have to be, with Canada moving to IFRS essentially this coming January 1, 2011, we have to submit all of our Onyx financials. We've had to do it all this year, and we'll do it going forward under international financial reporting standards. And so we had to do that conversion over the last year.
Oh, wow.
And so that's been a whole nother set of gap. So we're kind of on the cutting edge of worldwide accounting gap convergence between U.S. GAAP in particular and the IFRS standards.
Right. Wow. How would you describe your management style?
Really, lead by example has been, kind of a recurring theme, particularly when we have large projects come up. The IPO was a good example where basically my skill set coming in was what they wanted. So it wasn't even, part of it was as managing it, which there were those aspects, but the other part of it was actually doing it.
Right.
And so it was a real combination there. And with the group being brand new at the time, a lot of that they were looking for the leadership of not just, barking orders, but also is he going to jump in and help out and be an active participant. And, that's where I think one of my strengths is, particularly in that area was, we were working, 70 plus hours a week, 7 days a week for a really long period of time. And, that's where I think a lot of the, the relationships around the company, reputation, those types of things were all developed during that first year.
Right.
And so really, and trying to evolve that now, the more I learn about management styles and various aspects of different types of management styles, I'm really trying to incorporate a lot more variety into this toolbox to really manage a group well.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think, and you already pointed on this a little bit, your strengths are as a manager? Besides, getting your hands dirty and stepping up to help the team. Yeah,
I think really I think a sense of empathy is a good thing to have, as far as genuinely caring about what folks are interested in, what they do outside of work, that type of thing. As far as making sure that you stay in touch with the group and their interests, both here and outside of work.
Building that relationship.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Not necessarily social component, but it can be. Those are if we do stuff, at lunch or outside of work as a team building event, those types of things are fun.
Mm-hmm. Great. So what do you think what some of your weaknesses might be as a manager that you need to work on or build up?
Yeah, I think the tendency I have is to project more of my I guess kind of ideals or ambition, those types of things onto my staff, as far as assuming that high visibility, challenging projects are of desire to a lot of folks, because that's what I tend to go after. I like that kind of stuff, and realizing over time that not everybody wants those. Folks, there's guys that come to work every day and do a great job, but they don't necessarily want that type of exposure, that type of challenge. And so trying to keep that in mind and still keep them challenged. We just don't want to go stale either. I think everybody wants to learn and grow, and it's just finding the right types of projects or additional job responsibilities, moving things around to appeal to the various
the right mix
levels of ambition, if you will.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 representing excellent management skills, how would you rate yourself as a manager?
I'd probably say a 7 or 8. There's especially as going through the MBA program here, made me realize that there's a lot of different things I could be doing. And so really I've tended to